for this Mercury Retrograde in Taurus/Gemini. I'm so excited to be here now, baby. You know the ish gonna hit the fan. So I'm saying just chill. We gonna work our way up into it. That's why I think it's important to work through the pre-shadow and the pro-shadow period too. So if you'd like additional support on Patreon, we have daily, weekly, and monthly things going on for these 2 months that will help you through the kind of hard everyday things. As well as I do have tarot astrology sessions as well as Reiki sessions, so you can look at the links in the description box, especially under where it says offerings, and that has everything available. And I will be taking clients during this time. Typically I don't take a lot of clients during this time because it's a lot of a planning period for me, but if you need some support, that is available. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So I'm going to start the session off with some Reiki symbols. We're going to go into a prayer, and then we're going to move through the session. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to begin the session, to say a prayer, to do all of that? Okay, babies. Oh, all right, thank. This is your nightly self-care routine. I'm giving my spiel. This is your nightly self-care routine. So welcome, 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 babies. So all my new babies, welcome, 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 and all our returning babies, welcome back. Mama loves you. Okay, my bad. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get back into that. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. I'm going to begin. May I touch you? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest selves and validate information from our highest intention only. Please allow us to let go of what we need to let go and to embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So I'm going to go and begin with the Reiki symbols. Just take a couple breaths here, okay? Inhale, exhale. Chukuri, 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 chukuri. Anjasi shonyanka, anjasi shonyanka, anjasi shonyanka. Saiki, 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 saiki. Daikyo myo, daikyo, daikyo, daikyo myo, daikyo, daikyo. Riku, 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 riku. Okay. And so we began with those Reiki symbols, which created a space for us to begin the session. So I'm just gonna work through your aura and just kind of relax it here. That's all. That's the only thing that needs to happen right now. You just relax. And this is just opening you up and just taking inventory. If any messages come up, I will share those messages. They are collective messages, and that means there's a little bit of something for all of us within them. So take what you need and leave what you don't. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And I'm going to remove anything that may be kind of like blocking, stale, just kind of in the way. Just get it out the way. So just moving that, moving that, moving that, gesture of manifesting. Not everything is about going up there into the esoteric underneath the veil and staying up there. We have to live reality too. We have to live our everyday lives too. And so this flow of energy going downward is a gesture of manifesting, that you take that wisdom that you are learning up here, or that you receive insight, and you materialize it. And I think that's where people kind of get stuck, because what it does is it actually requires you to work through some things that aren't as accessible from when you go underneath the veil. When you go underneath the veil and you receive messages, they can come very clear. It just seems like abundantly packed in there. But when you start to live them out, you have your physical limitations, the carbon-based limitations. And so you have to work through that. That's a part of the journey. Sometimes it can be resources. Sometimes it can be your physical health. Sometimes it can be your motivation. Sometimes it can be being in the right surroundings, being at the right period in your life. But your will to pull it down and to materialize it is a part of the reason why you incarnated into this experience to begin with. It might be tempting to think that, hopefully you'll get to this point in life where you no longer stress about things, even if there are stressful things that are happening, But I think that it's much more interesting to be this spirit, this energy in this physical form, and to be striving for something. And sometimes that is periods of relaxation, sometimes it's periods of stress. But no one moment or no one situation should be enough to topple you over or to create a stagnation that prevents you from going forward. A little bit of stress, a little bit of pressure is good for you, but a lot of bit of pressure is not. Relaxation is good for you, but too much relaxation can create stagnation. Be like couch potato. Do you see how it is important to have this balance? And the balance will look different with each person. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And just allow this cleansing to flow over you. Don't have any judgment. Give yourself permission to be 100% in this moment with yourself. And release and let go too. You'll be surprised when you let go of some of that toxic baggage. It might be attached to people that you might love, but you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Situations you might love too, places, environments that you might love, but you gotta let it go. You have to let all of that go. Now I'm gonna go and take this moment to look for any messages, or just be open to any messages. If something comes up, it does. If it doesn't, it's okay too. Use this moment also to be open to any impressions or messages that come to you as well, okay? So I'm gonna be quiet. I'm still with you, but just continue to breathe here. Breathing here. Exhale. So the impression that came up was like a missing puzzle piece. And it wasn't like a oddly shaped puzzle piece. It's a very straightforward puzzle piece. But it's like you have this puzzle, it's missing this important part. But you also know where that part is. But there seems to be some disconnect in between the two of this puzzle piece situation. I think what it's saying is that the universe came and cleared out all of that. Maybe I'll use the term, how about unnecessary energy that no longer served you, and it cleared and cleansed it out. It's like whenever you have a wound or something like that, you gotta clear and cleanse it out. So yourself and you get like dirt in there, you kind of got to dig it out and get all that stuff out so that you can heal. But now you have this kind of wound and you're like, oh, I'm missing. But you know what you need in order to bring these two together. So it's almost like you've done the cleansing that you needed to do. You've done the releasing, you've done the getting rid of what is not working for you. But now it's time to start moving this missing piece into place here. And that'll lay another brick in your foundation, in your building, in your movement in life, okay? So that kind of gives us some energy or gives us some insight of what to continue to work on here. So I'm just going to gently start to kind of weave these two things together, where you're at with what you are seeking. And breathe through here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So just bringing you back together here. And just know that there's many things we have to work on in life at more than like at one time. Does that make sense? We have to work on so many things at one time that sometimes we just focus on one area more than another. So you might notice that you have significantly transformed one area, but there might be another area where you're like, want to put this together, want to put this back together or something like that. And this is simply denoting a time of a shift. You're just shifting to look at another area. And also, don't forget to be very proud and to celebrate. Celebrate the wins of whatever area you cleansed out thoroughly and put back together. Especially if it's areas that people can't really see. You know, sometimes that area can be like health. You know, and health isn't always like you're going to the gym. It isn't always the physical aspect of it. Good health might denote really nice skin, but it's not necessarily that. Maybe you have really good blood work from your doctor, or you notice that your blood pressure or your blood sugar levels or whatever it is in a range that you want it to be in. You might notice more energy. These are these little wins that perhaps everyone else can't see, but maybe you made those changes. It can be love. Maybe you came into your life completely cleansed love out and brought in a healthier, more vibrant love, whether that it is from people outside of you or just simply your own self-love, own self-image, own sense of self-reflection. what you got. So it's really, really important to take your time and to define this next chapter of your life in the way that you would like to define it. So, if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it, babies. I love you, but who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love you. So make sure you love yourself a little bit more each and every